Hi everyone and hi Deepa ma'am, welcome on board.
Hi Rahul, great to be here.
Great to see you, ma'am. People who don't know Deepa ma'am. Deepa ma'am is Chief Marketing Officer of Wellinger Business School. She's a professor at Wellinger Business School. She's an Associate Dean at Wellinger Business School. She's done a lot of work. She teaches product and brand management as well, and she's worked with who's who of the country in the area of digital marketing now as well. And she's been to Sweden for the International Development Agency. There was a faculty exchange program at Sweden, right, ma'am?
Yeah, we have a partnership with Paladin University, and I was part of the part. I was part of the faculty exchange program there.
This is so amazing. This is so amazing. By the way, why I've caught hold of people, we are very good friends. I know ma'am from a long time. Ma'am, I just want you to spell the beans that everyone is moving toward profile right now. Whether it's
Yes.
I'm Ahmedabad, people are getting calls at 81 percentile in CAT, general category, and I'm Ahmedabad. Whether it's even I am Bangalore or even Excelrai for that matter. And Excelrai ka flagship program, the HRM program, they're getting at 87, 88 general category. SPJ in Bombay, my school was always profile based. Wellinger Business School is also going profile based. Ma'am, first of all, is it a good move to, leave the CAT scores or weigh them slightly less? What do you think about that?
I think it's the most practical move that all business schools have made. And I'm really glad that some of the leading business schools are now consciously doing this, largely because you're looking at a holistic person. You're not recruiting a person because they have a 90 percentile or a 95 or an 87, whatever in CAT alone. Okay,
Right.
if you just wanted that and nothing more, there are so many. I seriously wonder why would you then want to even do a 2 year full time program? Just give the CAT exam and get recruited by the company, right? So
Right.
that doesn't work, and that's not what organizations are looking for alone. If you look at some of the best organizations that are recruiting across campuses, they are looking at cognitive skills, they are looking at behavioral skills, and it's the package that matters.
Great, great. So, people who don't know, ma'am has been working with corporation houses as well with HULs and PNGs of the world in her past life as well. Ma'am, most of the B schools are getting towards profile because good in, good out. It means a person is easily placeable as well. Is that the thought process of B school as well? Okay, when we hire a good person, he's easily placeable, as in, I'll not use the word sellable, but the companies do like him more.
So I've got it this way: a business school journey is about 2 years. I would not even completely 2 years, because in the last few months, students are getting placed and beginning to join the companies where they want to work, etc. So you're going to want to take people who are trainable, and while there might be some gaps, do they have qualities which can be built, or which are those qualities which can be built really? So we certainly look at that aspect. So there
Mhm.
are some things which are going to need a lot of more time to build in the student. And if that is lacking, then it's a little bit of a struggle, unless the student really turns around and does something which is really out of the box.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
I got it. I got it. Ma'am,
So I think on fairness, it's got to be that way. Even for the B school to make a promise to the student that at the end of 2 years, this is what they can expect. They should be sure that they're going to be able to train them in this field.
right, right. Ma'am, I'm going to just ask you two direct questions. Some of our listeners are maybe preparing for next year's CAT and all these ads of the world, maybe CMATch of the world. They're going to be your students, and some of them are like studying for this year. So let's talk about this year's students first. A person who is going to be sitting in your interview seat directly in front of you, who
Yeah.
wants an admission in a top business school, whether it's IIMs or SPGN or Wellinger Business School. What are the three, four parameters, ma'am, what you would guide them on, rake them on, and then say, यार ये पांच चीजें या चार चीजें हो, I'm going to hire this guy.
Okay, so some of the factors that have been really critical for when we look at students at a V school is what is the consistency factor of the student overall in academics as well. All right. So while you're good, how consistent are you? That does make a difference, because that's kind of kind of defines your character. Do you only respond to crisis, or when it only matters, or is it is it a characteristic trait in you that you want to normally excel? That's something that's inbuilt in you. So how do you check these things out? You look at academics. You look at if the person has been working. You look at how well have they been doing at their workplace. Have there been some achievements? If they have tried to build an all-rounded personality by engaging in sports, engaging in any form of non-academic activities, have they tried to make an effort to do really well in whatever they have chosen to do? So I think that consistency of character in what you're doing is important for us, and I think it's important across business schools
This is so
because
lovely.
that is something that's almost like a habit.
Great.
So it takes a huge effort to build, and we'd want to appreciate that.
That's
The
lovely.
second thing
Hmm.
is we are looking at uh, communication skills. And when I say communication, I'm not only looking at people who have great verbal ability. I think that got tested when you gave the CAT or any of the entrance tests and made it to the stage. What we are looking at is, are you able to comprehend, and are you able to, you know, I won't use the word convince, but are you able to articulate your thoughts efficiently?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And are you able to have a multi perspective approach? I think that's the third thing we will look at, which is have a multi perspective approach to anything that's given to you.
Hmm. Hmm.
While you may have an opinion and you're welcome to solidly defend it, not looking at other perspectives, being blind to that is not a healthy trait. And
Hmm.
a lot of recent research has shown that that is one of the reasons why a lot of corporates are facing issues.
Right.
That yeah, so we are looking at people who have a multi-perspective approach as well.
Great. So
Uh,
multi-perspective means one. I mean, if it's farm laws, you can think it from a different stakeholder perspective. How the farmers
Yes,
are losing it.
correct,
Yeah.
correct. So
Yeah.
any of the current situations, while you may have a bias towards one opinion, I think it's important for you to know that it is your biased opinion,
Hmm.
and there can be a different way of looking at that problem and look at it from some other stakeholders' perspective
Great.
and empathize with it and try and see where is this coming from, because if you're going to just brush it aside or put it aside, the problem is not going to get solved. It may temporarily, rest, but it's going to erupt once more.
Right.
So, as future managers or leaders, this is the quality that you will have to slowly build. And if you have that learnability, and willingness to
Hmm.
listen to other people, so communication is largely about comprehension and ability to listen to somebody else when they're saying something and see where they're coming from.
Right.
Hear what is the unsaid, and don't just go with what is just being said, but try and hear what is the unsaid. uh, that is that is important
This is so
for
amazing. This is so amazing. So when we spoke about consistency, excellence, have you taken the right, right in the right direction? Are you taking steps in your life? That's number one. Are you an all-rounded personality? You spoke about number two, communication skills, which is really amazing. And the third one, which is like more of versatility. Have you done multiple
yes,
things? And also,
yes.
how you can think from a same perspective. And I like number four on the learnability index as well. Are you ready to learn more? Or it's like the glass full thing. I was doing a course, so the first thing was like your bottle or the glass should be empty before you can actually pull in more water. This is
Yeah,
lovely.
absolutely. That's true. That's true. So when COVID started and the current batch of students are all attending class from home still, uh, you know, for the generation which is in the 22 to say 27 who are doing their MBA currently, moving to digital was still not such a big struggle. But imagine a whole lot of organization, including business schools, uh, completely moving to a digital mode, which means giving up the existing mode. So unless you're willing, and if you are too sticky with the existing mode and unwilling to learn, that's it. I mean, you're going to have to shut down. And when push comes to shove, everybody does learn to do it. So
Right.
why do you want to wait for the push comes to shove? Why can't you be a little more what you call flexible in the way that you approach or
Lovely.
learn things.
Lovely. Be
Yeah.
flexible. Point number four, be adaptable, keep learning. That's the key what ma'am is looking at, which is an integral part of profile, apart from your degrees, achievements, your CAs, your CFS degrees. Ma'am, point number five, what's your last parting thoughts to all these beautiful guys and girls who are listening to us right now, that if they want to make it to a top business school and they're sitting in the hot seat in front of you, what are the final skill what you'll be looking at?
I would look at how sincere are they towards actually wanting to do that MBA, and whether it's in finance, marketing, or general management. Um, what are they willing to put in, and how far are they willing to uh, burn the midnight oil, you may, if you want to call it that. But how far are you willing to ready to go to excel in what you want to do?
Right.
And to some extent, when I ask when we talk to students, why they want to do what they want to do
Right.
is the thought that we are super interested in.
Right.
Because
Ma'am,
have you given it a thought? The world may change in 5 years, and the short term and long term goals may
right.
completely go topsy turvy. But do you know which road you're headed on?
Ma'am, what if
Or
I don't know? I mean, sorry, but I don't know this. Is it okay to tell in the interviews I don't know, or you want us to prepare?
so I'd say that you should be knowing why you're doing an MBA in the first place.
Yes.
And if you have a dream as to, these are the kind of companies that inspire me, or this is the kind of work. So it could be the organizations or the type of work. This inspires me. And you can map it back to why you want to do an MBA. I think that's a good enough answer. I think at 22, a lot of people don't know why they're boarding a particular bus. But at least you should know why that bus inspires you,
True.
and why not some other bus.
Great. So, boys and girls, you should be knowing which bus you're boarding and why you're doing that for sure when you're sitting in the interview. Ma'am, thank you so much for this cheat sheet. I will not call it cheat sheet, a teach sheet, what you have given to us. And the people who are listening to us, drop in your comments, give in your profile as well. What's your 10th and 12th scores? And then I'll be able to relate to it. I'll be able to check those up and I'll reply to your comments as well. And say a big thank you to ma'am as well. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining. It was lovely having you on board.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you. Thank you for making this happen.
Thank you, ma'am. Take care of yourself. Bye bye, ma'am. Bye.
Bye bye.